This is one of the easiest and most effective sleep tricks, and many people do it without even realizing. There's a reason for that. Your body needs to cool down a little before it can fall asleep properly. That drop in internal temperature signals your brain that it's time to begin the sleep cycle. Your feet are one of the fastest ways to send that signal. That's because the blood vessels in your feet are near the skin's surface. When you let your feet touch cooler air, they work like vents, releasing body heat. As your body cools, your nervous system moves into rest mode. Your heart rate slows, muscles start to relax, and your brain gets ready to sleep. That's why many people kick off the blanket or stick one foot out without even thinking about it. It's a natural way to balance body temperature. For some, it's the only thing that really helps. If you often feel hot at night or experience hot flashes, cooling your feet can make a huge difference. You can sleep barefoot, place a fan near your feet, dip them in cool water, or use a chilled gel pack wrapped in cloth. No complex steps or medicine needed, just simple body science working for you. Once your feet are cool, your body gets the message. And when your body gets the message, your brain follows. Don't try the sleep trick. You've probably experienced it lying in bed, eyes shut, trying hard to fall asleep. But the harder you try, the more awake you feel. That's exactly why the don't try to sleep method works. It's built on a surprisingly effective idea. Stop forcing it. This trick flips the usual approach. Instead of trying to sleep, you calmly try to stay awake. You lie still in bed. Keep your eyes either gently closed or slightly open, and let your mind relax. This is known as paradoxical intention, a method often used in therapy for insomnia. The concept is simple. When you try too hard, it adds pressure. That stress keeps your nervous system alert, making it even harder to sleep. But if you stop forcing it and just stay calmly awake, your body begins to relax. And that's usually when sleep shows up naturally. It's not about picking up your phone or leaving the room, it's about letting go of the pressure. Think of it like trying to remember a word that's on the tip of your tongue. The more you push, the harder it gets. But when you stop trying, it suddenly appears. Sleep often works the same way. This method may not work instantly for everyone, but it helps those who feel anxious about falling asleep. Instead of chasing sleep, aim to rest. Breathe normally, stay still, and let yourself be awake without judgment. Ironically, that's what often leads your brain to fall asleep. By doing less, you allow your body to do what it's meant to do. 4-7-8 Breathing Technique. This simple breathing method is a great way to calm yourself when your mind won't slow down. Here's how you do it. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 7 seconds, and then slowly exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds. That's one full cycle. The rhythm is slow and steady, and that's the goal. This breathing pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is in charge of helping your body relax. Holding your breath causes a small buildup of carbon dioxide, which tells your brain it's okay to relax a bit. The long exhale is key. It helps lower your heart rate, soften your muscles, and reduce your blood pressure. Altogether, this helps move you from tension to calm. This method is often used for better sleep, lowering anxiety, and managing panic because it gives your body a clear signal to slow down, and it's easy to practice. You don't need a quiet room or special setup. Just a few minutes and your breath. One cycle takes around 20 seconds. Try doing 4 rounds to start. The effect grows slowly. You might feel your thoughts ease, your jaw relax, or your chest feel lighter. It's not just a trick, it's a way to restore balance between your breath and your brain, giving you a fresh moment of calm, quiet, easy, and surprisingly powerful. Cold side of the pillow. It's something almost everyone does without thinking, flipping the pillow to the cold side. It's not just about feeling comfy. It's actually a built-in response to feeling restless. When your pillow starts feeling warm or stuffy, your brain links that to discomfort, and even small discomforts can delay sleep. Flipping to a cooler side gives instant relief. It's fresh, smooth, quiet, and feels like a reset. This small move doesn't just cool your skin, it also stops the cycle of tossing and turning. That little burst of coolness can feel like a mental refresh. For many, it's just enough to help the body settle down. You don't have to wait until the pillow warms up. Some people keep an extra pillow handy. Others use cool packs underneath or get pillows made with cooling fabric or gel. But the core idea stays simple. When something feels slightly off, your brain picks up on it. The cool side is a gentle fix. It tells your senses, here's something better. This isn't deep science, it's more about timing, feel, and a tiny shift that your body responds to. A little comfort signal that you can use again and again until you finally drift off. Guided visualization hack. After a busy day, slowing your thoughts can be the hardest part of bedtime. Guided visualization is a simple and powerful tool to help with that. It's a method where you imagine calming scenes in your mind, often with the help of a voice or audio guide. Instead of forcing yourself to fall asleep, you picture a peaceful setting, a quiet beach, a calm forest, or floating gently on a soft cloud. This mental focus helps take your mind away from stress, worries, or long to-do lists. You begin by getting comfortable and closing your eyes. Then you listen to a voice that leads you through the scene, step by step, helping you imagine every detail. The sound of water, the texture of sand, the warmth of the sun. This creates a relaxing mental picture that holds your attention without needing deep thinking. What makes it work is that it helps quiet the brain's default mode network, the part that causes overthinking. By focusing on something simple and soothing, your mind gets a break from busy thoughts. You don't need any special skills. There are many free recordings online for sleep and relaxation. Even just a few minutes can help slow your heartbeat, release tension, and ready your body for sleep. Making this a part of your bedtime routine can train your mind to unwind more easily. It's a gentle, effective way to turn down the noise of daily life without needing pills or complex methods. Magnesium lotion massage. Magnesium is often called the miracle mineral for its relaxing effects, and using magnesium lotion in a gentle bedtime massage is an easy way to experience those benefits. This method involves applying a magnesium-rich cream or lotion to the skin, typically on the feet, calves, or shoulders. As you massage it in, the magnesium absorbs through your skin and begins to relax your nervous system and ease muscle tightness. Magnesium plays a vital role in controlling the body's stress response by balancing neurotransmitters, the brain chemicals that affect calmness and sleep. Low magnesium levels can lead to cramping, restlessness, and trouble sleeping. The massage itself adds a calming physical layer. Gentle rubbing improves blood flow, reduces tight muscles, and tells the brain to start slowing down. Combining this with magnesium lotion boosts both physical and chemical relaxation. Many people make this part of their nightly routine, massaging the lotion into key areas as a way to let the body know it's time to relax. The smooth feel and subtle scent of the lotion add a soothing touch, making it feel like a small act of self-care. Magnesium lotion massage is a simple, gentle way to improve sleep quality. Whether you deal with tight muscles, stress, or restless legs, this practice can help you calm calm and ready for bed. It's a practical sleep strategy that blends science and the healing power of touch. Hot bath drop-off. A hot bath is more than just a relaxing treat after a long date. Actually helps prepare your body for sleep. Soaking in warm water raises your body temperature, but once you step out, your temperature quickly starts to fall. That cooling effect signals your internal system that it's time to wind down and rest. It mimics the body's natural drop in temperature that usually happens before falling asleep. This helps trigger melatonin production and slows down the nervous system, making you feel more relaxed and ready for bed. A hot bath also soothes tight muscles by boosting blood circulation. If your body's been tense from sitting or stress, the warmth helps release that pressure. That makes it easier to lie still and fall asleep. You don't need a full bath, either a warm shower or soaking. Just your feet can create the same effect. The key is giving your body gentle heat, followed by a natural cool down. That contrast is what helps your system shift gears. No need for fancy oils or bath bombs. Just warm water, quiet time, and a short break from the day. It's a simple way to guide your body into rest mode and let your mind slow down naturally. Are linked to deep non-REM sleep, the phase where your body, binaural beats, aim to guide your brain toward this restful state. Here's how it works. When you listen to two slightly different tones in each ear, for example, 200 Hz in one ear and 204 Hz in the other, your brain also picks up the difference, in this case, 4 Hz. That's the delta frequency. The brain naturally begins to sync with that difference. It's called brainwave entrainment. Over time, this subtle pulsing effect encourages your brain to settle into the same rhythm used during deep sleep. They often sound like soft background hums, no words, no melody, just a steady rhythm. Many people wear noise-canceling headphones to block out distractions. It's not an instant fix, but it helps ease the mind into a better sleep state. Think of it like a gentle guide for your brain, a sound pattern that leads you toward rest. Not quite music, but more like a sleep-friendly rhythm you can trust. Cozy nest strategy. Good sleep often comes when you feel warm, safe, and undisturbed. That's the heart of the cozy nest approach. The goal is to turn your bed into a space that feels restful on every level. Start with layers, soft, breathable sheets, a warm comforter, and maybe a folded blanket close by. But it's more than just warmth. For some, being slightly tucked in or surrounded by a body pillow adds a feeling of calm, kind of like how swaddled babies sleep better. That gentle pressure around the body can be soothing without you even realizing it. Next, reduce visual distractions. Too many items, like chargers, unfolded clothes, or clutter near the bed can make the space feel busy instead of restful. Everything in your sleep space should feel peaceful. Lighting also plays a role. Use soft, amber-toned lights in the evening to help your body know it's time to slow down. Add a familiar scent like chamomile or lavender, and now your senses are all getting the same message. Even gentle sounds, like a white noise machine or a soft playlist, can help seal the experience. The idea isn't to copy a perfect setup, but to create a space that feels safe and calm for your own mind and body. The more your space supports rest, the less effort it takes to relax into it. That's what makes aromatherapy anchoring. Smell is one of the fastest ways to shift your mental state, and that's what makes aromatherapy anchoring such a helpful sleep technique. It's about linking a specific scent to a calming activity, like getting ready for bed. Over time, your brain learns to connect that smell with the feeling of slowing down. This idea comes from classical conditioning. Just like a song can bring back a memory, a repeated scent can trigger your body to relax. The key is repetition. When you use the same scent each night during your bedtime routine, it becomes a signal. Can also work well. What matters most is using the same one regularly. There are simple ways to do this. Run a diffuser for 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Dab a bit of essential oil on your pillow, or apply a roll-on to your wrists or neck. Avoid strong doses. Too much scent can be overwhelming, and only use that scent at bedtime. If you also use it while watching TV or working, the connection weakens. The smell becomes a natural signal. Your body knows it's time to settle down. This isn't about forcing sleep. It's about building a pattern your brain can trust and respond to. Banana before bed. Many people don't realize how effective bananas can be for improving sleep. They contain 3 key nutrients that work together to promote rest: potassium, magnesium, and tryptophan. Potassium and magnesium help muscles relax, easing nighttime restlessness and tension. Tryptophan is an amino acid your body uses to make serotonin and melatonin, 2 chemicals that support mood stability and a healthy sleep cycle. Though bananas only contain a small amount of tryptophan, the natural sugars in the fruit help your body absorb it more efficiently. What makes this trick so appealing is how simple and accessible it is. No need for pills or complicated routines. Just eat a banana about half an hour to an hour before bed. It's a light snack that won't spike your blood sugar or disrupt sleep. If you're slightly hungry at night or wake up feeling empty, it's a great way to stay balanced. You don't need to overdo it. Either one banana is enough. There's no need for fancy recipes or measurements. Just a steady, easy habit that fits smoothly into your evening routine. If you're struggling with unsettled or inconsistent sleep, this small dietary shift can have a real impact. It works in harmony with your body's natural rhythm to ease the transition into sleep without the side effects that often come with sleep medications. Mental massage. Some of the most effective ways to fall asleep are surprisingly simple. One of them is called the mental massage technique that creates the calming effect of a massage using just your mind. You mentally imagine gentle strokes across areas like your neck, scalp, or shoulders, as if someone were slowly easing tension away with their hands. This process taps into your nervous system's natural response to touch, helping your body relax even without physical contact. The The reason it works is because the brain responds powerfully to mental imagery, especially when it involves the body. Imagining a soothing massage encourages muscle release and lowers stress hormones, creating an internal environment that supports sleep. It also promotes slower breathing and a calmer heart rate. No tools or assistance are needed. Quiet moments. Start at the top of your head. Visualize the muscles loosening with each pass. Move gradually to your arms and legs, continuing the imagined strokes. This technique uses the mind-body link to trick your system into feeling cared for and calm. It's especially helpful if you don't have time for an actual massage or want to unwind before bed quickly. It's an easy, low or fort way to shift into sleep mode by giving your mind and body a dose of comfort even if it's all imagined. Limited screen at night. It's not necessary to avoid screens completely, but how you use them at night can affect how easily you fall asleep. Phones, tablets, and TVs emit blue light, which tells your brain it's still daylight and delays melatonin release, the hormone that helps signal bedtime. This means your body may feel tired, but your brain stays wired. The idea behind screen limitation isn't to eliminate devices, but to use them more mindfully. Begin by lowering screen brightness an hour before bed, or switch to a night mode. If available, blue light filtering glasses can help too. Then consider your content choices. Fast-paced videos or dramatic news can keep the mind alert, while slower, calming content like nature shows or mellow music is less likely to interfere. If possible, swap screens for a book or quiet activity in that final hour. Even a few screen-free minutes can help your brain start connecting that time with winding down. This doesn't have to be rigid. It's more about creating space for your body to move out of wakefulness and into rest. Even small screen changes can help your brain reset and relax more naturally, so falling asleep becomes something that happens with ease rather than effort. Legs up the wall pose. It might seem unusual, but lying on your back with your legs resting vertically against a wall is one of the easiest ways to relax before sleep. Known as the legs up the wall pose, this simple yoga position doesn't need any flexibility or props, just a flat surface and a wall. Scoot your hips close to the wall, let your back rest flat, and lift your legs straight up. It's low effort, but surprisingly powerful. Elevating your legs like this helps blood from the lower body move back toward your core, easing circulation and reducing any swelling in your feet. It can feel especially relieving after standing all day. The position also activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which encourages calm breathing, slows the heart rate, and sets your body into recovery mode. Beyond the physical effects, the pose also minimizes visual distractions. You're not looking at screens or moving objects, just a quiet ceiling. That stillness and reverse blood flow helps shift you into a more relaxed state. You don't have to stay in the pose long, just 5 to 15 minutes is enough. Add a towel under your hips or a pillow under your head if needed. It's a quiet, grounding way to transition from your busy day into deep rest. Ceiling stare trick. When you're lying awake and can't seem to switch off. A simple method like the ceiling stare can help ease your mind. This technique involves lying on your back and gently focusing your gaze on a single spot on the ceiling. The idea is to reduce stimulation by keeping your eyes steady and your mind quiet. Rather than chasing thoughts or forcing sleep, you simply rest your gaze in one place. This neutral focus calms brain activity. Our eyes are closely linked to mental movement. When they're darting around, the brain stays alert. But when your eyes settle on a motionless surface, the mind follows, slowing down in response. The technique also removes distractions, like screens or clocks that keep you alert. A still, blank ceiling offers no stimulation, which helps relax the nervous system. This approach works especially well when you're caught in looping thoughts or anxiety. You don't need anything special, your own quiet attention. With practice, your brain begins to associate this gaze with rest, making it easier to shift into sleep. It becomes a subtle signal to your body that it's time to let go. In its gentle simplicity, the ceiling stare is a calming, no-effort way to guide yourself into restfulness without resistance. Colored drain. Picture this, calming your mental energy just by imagining the world fading into gray. That's the idea behind the colored drain, a visual technique to help settle your thoughts and prep your body for sleep. It involves visualizing the colors around you slowly fading to pale grays and whites. As the brightness drains away, your brain starts to associate the loss of vividness with rest and relaxation. This mental cue tells your system it's time to wind down. Color is a strong mental trigger. Bright, bold colors stimulate the mind, often making it harder to calm down. Muted tones, however, quiet the senses and promote stillness. By imagining the colors softening or vanishing, you create a peaceful, neutral space in your mind. You might visualize a bright room slowly dimming to a soft gray, or see a sunset fade into quiet whites. It doesn't have to be perfect, just the sense of fading color is enough. This technique redirects your thoughts from overthinking or stress to something soft and neutral. It helps the mind ease into calm mode. It's a gentle and simple way to guide yourself into a sleep-ready state, especially helpful on nights when your brain feels overstimulated. This visual strategy shows how a tiny mental shift can lead to better rest. Alphabet countdown. If your thoughts race at night, a simple mental task can guide your mind toward sleep. That's where the alphabet countdown comes in. It's just what it sounds like, working backwards from Z to A in your head. But to make it more engaging, pair each letter with a word or object, like Z for zebra, Y for yogurt, X for xylophone, and so on. This trick has a calming effect. It keeps your brain gently engaged, just enough to distract from anxious or spinning thoughts, but not so much that it keeps you up. It's not stressful or emotional, just steady and neutral. The countdown adds a sense of rhythm. Your mind likes patterns, and this steady task helps it shift from chaos to calm. You're giving your brain something to focus on without pressure. Often, people don't even make it to us. They fall asleep first. That's the beauty of it. It's repetitive, soothing, and can be used anytime you're stuck in wakefulness. No tools or planning are required. Just your imagination and the alphabet. A simple, calming tool that slowly leads your brain out of overthinking and into sleep, one letter at a time. Mind dump sticky note. The mind dump sticky note is a small habit with a big calming effect. Right before you go to sleep, take a sticky note and scribble down all the thoughts circling in your head. These could be reminders, worries, todo items, or random thoughts that keep popping up. The idea is to write quickly and without editing. This works because the brain tries to hold on to information it thinks you might forget. That's why things pop into your head at night. Your brain is trying to keep them active. But if you write them down, it registers that task as complete. It stops rehearsing it. A sticky note makes this feel low pressure. It's not journaling or planning. You don't need to organize or analyze. Just empty your mind. Even a few brief lines can help reduce mental clutter. Some people leave the note by their bed. Others throw it away after writing. The method is flexible. What matters is timing, doing it right before sleep. That way, your brain isn't processing all those tasks while you're trying to rest. This tiny act of writing can signal to your mind that it's safe to let go. In doing so, it opens up space for the body to relax and settle into rest. Mind-body scan. You don't need anything fancy to tune into your body. The mind-body scan is a simple awareness practice that helps you release tension and relax from head to toe. It's not about solving or fixing anything. It's just about noticing you slowly shift your attention from one part of the body to the next, checking in with how each area feels. Start at your feet or your head and move gradually. Silently name each area: feet, ankles, calves, knees, and pause at each one. Ask yourself what you notice. Is it tight, heavy, or nothing at all? That's okay too. This process isn't about finding tension, just letting each part soften. It's like flipping off light switches one by one at night. This gives your brain a calming focus. Instead of scattered thoughts, you're rooted in your body. That focus activates your parasympathetic systems, lowering heart rate, breathing, and stress responses. Some people use audio guides, but you don't need one. Just breathe slowly and give each part of your body a little attention. There's no goal, no judgment, just gentle awareness. That's often all it takes to help both the mind and body drift into sleep. Invisible workout. Exercise usually means sweat and motion, but some movements help you relax rather than energize. That's the idea behind the invisible workout. These are light, low-impact motions you can do any time to release tension and prep for better sleep. It's not about formal workouts. These moves might include easy neck rolls, shoulder shrugs, ankle circles, or gentle stretches from a chair or bed. The purpose is simple. Wake up your muscles just enough to ease stiffness and tell your nervous system to relax. When muscles are tight, the body stays alert. When they soften, it calms the mind too. These tiny motions increase circulation, reduce tension, and quietly shift your body toward rest. They don't take time or equipment. You can stretch while waiting for your tea or loosen your shoulders after working. These low-offered movements reduce the physical blocks that can keep you from sleeping well. The invisible workout fits naturally into your day, and by bedtime, your body is already more relaxed. It's a quiet, helpful habit that makes falling asleep smoother, one small motion at a time. Reverse day. Sleep routines often follow a consistent rhythm, but occasionally breaking the pattern can help reset both body and mind. That's where a reverse day can make a difference. It's a straightforward strategy to recalibrate your sleep timing. A reverse day means shifting your schedule, especially sleep and wake times, to a later slot than usual. For instance, instead of sleeping at 10 p.m. and rising at 6 a.m., You might move to 1 a.m. and wake up around 9 a.m. It's not about staying up all night. It's a gradual push of your internal clock. Why use this? Sometimes your natural sleep rhythm drifts due to stress, travel, or inconsistency. A reverse day serves as a soft reset, realigning your internal timing. It works by delaying daily triggers like meals, light exposure, and activity. As you shift these cues later, your body slowly adapts. This can help your sleep schedule feel more natural again, especially if you've been struggling to fall asleep on time. Reverse day isn't about extremes. It's a planned shift, particularly helpful for people with sleep timing issues or late sleep cycles. The key is consistency, maintaining the new pattern long enough for your body to catch up before returning to your ideal routine. It's a gentle method that leverages your body's flexibility. By temporarily reversing your typical day, you create room for a smoother sleep reset. It's a subtle yet practical way to regain control over your sleep rhythm. Evening walk, wind down. One of the easiest ways to let your body know the day is ending is with an evening walk. Gentle movement in the evening can ease the shift from daytime energy to nighttime calm. Unlike intense workouts, which raise your heart rate too close to bedtime, a relaxed walk helps lower stress hormones like cortisol without overstimulating your system. Walking outside at dusk also lets your body register the fading light. As the sun sets, your brain starts shifting melatonin production, which supports a healthier sleep cycle. Natural light cues help guide your internal clock toward rest. You don't need a long walk. 10 to 20 minutes is plenty. The key is making it a consistent part of your routine. Something you do after your last meal or task of the day. It's less about physical exertion and more about mental transition. These walks also give your mind space to wind down, helping you leave behind the busyness of the day. For many, it creates a buffer between doing and resting. If you prefer walking with someone, that's fine. Just keep the pace easy and conversation light. Some people enjoy music or a podcast, while others find silence more calming. The focus isn't burning calories, signaling the body to slow down. Through motion and habit, your evening walk becomes a cue. The time for activity is over and rest is near. Gratitude. Yawn. Yawning is one of those common, unconscious actions we rarely think about, but pairing it with gratitude can gently guide you into a calmer night. That's the concept of the gratitude. Yana, small yet meaningful practice to help ease into sleep. When you yawn, you naturally take a deep breath, boosting oxygen flow and loosening up your muscles. Yawning also sends signals to your brain to begin slowing down. Adding a quick moment of gratitude to that action helps shift your mindset. Instead of focusing on worries, you're nudging your thoughts toward appreciation. This works on two levels. Physically, the yawn helps your body begin relaxing. Mentally, focusing on gratitude activates parts of the brain tied to positive emotion, lowering stress. Together, these changes promote a state of ease that's ideal before bed. To practice it, lie down and take a deliberate yawn. While doing so, think of one thing, anything you're grateful for. Maybe it's a moment of kindness, a good meal, or even just your cozy blanket. Let that feeling settle as you exhale. Even if you're not sleepy right away, this shift in focus can soften your mental state. The gratitude yawn is free, simple, and accessible. By using a natural body cue paired with a positive thought, it helps bridge the gap between wakefulness and rest in a kind, mindful way. Reverse alarm. Most alarms are meant to wake you up, but if better sleep is your goal, it makes sense to use one to wind down. That's the idea behind the reverse alarm signal, to begin preparing for rest. Like a morning alarm gets you up, a reverse alarm reminds you to start slowing things down. The process is simple. Set an alarm for about 60 to 90 minutes before your ideal bedtime. When it rings, that's your cue to reduce stimulation. Turn off screens, dim the lights, put away work, and ease into a more restful mood. It's not about going to bed immediately, it's about creating a buffer, a transition that matters, because your body doesn't fall asleep instantly. Sleep is governed by gradual shifts, lower temperature, hormone changes, and decreased mental activity. Jumping straight from a busy evening into bed can leave your system stuck in alert mode. The reverse alarm signals the start of winding down. With time, it becomes a habit. Your brain starts associating that signal with relaxation. No special tools needed. A phone, watch, or smart speaker works fine. Choose a time that fits your evening rhythm and treat it like any other commitment. It's a tiny step, but one that reinforces better sleep habits. The reverse alarm adds structure to your nights, helping your body and mind prepare for deep, quality rest. Gentle wake-up plan. Most people wake up to a blaring alarm that shocks the body into action. The gentle wake-up plan takes the opposite, approaching you into the day instead of jolting you awake. It's based on one idea: just as your body needs time to fall asleep, it also needs time to wake up gradually. A harsh alarm kicks off your stress response, spiking heart rate and cortisol. That's not the best way to start your morning. The gentle method introduces light, sound, and movement slowly. Some people use sunrise clocks, which simulate daylight by gradually brightening the room over half an hour. This signals your body to lower melatonin and begin producing morning hormones. Pair it with soft sounds like quiet music or nature noises instead of harsh beeps. These help bring your awareness back gently. Some use 2 alarms, one soft to stir, one a bit louder. To rise, add small rituals, a stretch in bed, a warm drink, or just sitting up before standing. These steps help reduce grogginess and give your mind time to adjust. It's not about sleeping more, it's about waking smarter. Over time, this gentle transition makes mornings less stressful and more consistent. Starting the day with less tension can carry over into better mood, energy, and focus throughout the day. That's where the 90-minute sleep cycle rule comes in. Instead of targeting a fixed number of sleep hours, this method focuses on waking at the end of a complete sleep cycle rather than during one. A full cycle is about 90 minutes and includes light, deep, and REM sleep. Waking at the cycle's end feels smoother and more alert because the brain is already nearing wakefulness. Trouble comes when you're woken from deep sleep. That's when you feel groggy and dazed, a state known as sleep inertia. It's not about hitting 8 hours. It's about when the alarm disrupts your cycle. The 90-minute rule involves setting your sleep or wake time in multiples of 90 minutes. So instead of aiming for 8 hours, try 7.5 or 9. This raises your odds of waking at the cycle's natural close. You can also find sleep calculators online to help pick the best wake time based on when you plan to fall asleep. Sleep cycles aren't always exactly 90 minutes, but following this rough guideline can reduce that morning fog. In time, your body might even start waking up just before the alarm, naturally ending a cycle. This method doesn't demand more sleep, just better timing. For many, that minor change transforms their morning entirely. 5-second rule to get out of bed. Getting out of bed in the morning can feel like the hardest task even after decent sleep. That's where the 5-second rule steps in. It's a mental tool meant to break hesitation and push you into action before your brain invents excuses. The idea is simple. When you feel the urge to move, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and act. This works by closing the gap between intention and inaction. When the alarm rings, your brain pauses instead of acting, and that's when the inner dialogue begins. Just 5 more minutes. It's too cold. I'll try tomorrow. The 5-second countdown interrupts that loop before it gains traction. It's not about motivation, it's about momentum. That's the power of the rule. The countdown gives your brain something concrete to do, like launching a rocket. It sparks urgency, bypassing how tired or unmotivated you feel. Over time, this trick becomes a habit. Whether you're trying to rise, turn off your screen, or start a task, the 5-second rule helps override your brain's comfort bias. It's not meant to make you love mornings, but it definitely makes them easier to start. Cold water face dip. Plunging your face into cold water may sound like a morning jolt, but used right, it's a great way to calm your nervous system and prep for sleep. The method is easy. Fill a bowl with cold water, add ice if you like, and dip your face in 10 to 15 seconds. That's all. But internally, a lot is happening. This taps into the diving reflex and automatic response triggered when cold water touches your face. Heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and the body shifts into a restful state. It's the body's opposite of panic mode. This signal tells your system it's safe to relax. It's not just a trick for stress, it's also used by those with anxiety or sensory overload to calm down fast. At bedtime, it helps everything slow. Your breathing, your heart, your mind. You don't have to go all in. Splashing cold water on your face or using a chilled towel works too. Some people feel a difference right away. Others make it part of their nightly wind down. It's free, quick, and taps into your body's built-in calming switch. Not every sleep hack needs a gadget. Sometimes, just a bowl of cold water does the trick. Cooling mattress pad. Waking up drenched in sweat ruins sleep fast. A cooling mattress pad can be a real game changer. It's a thin layer placed on your mattress that helps control temperature during sleep. But it's not just about cooling. It's about maintaining a stable, comfy body temp all night. That's key because your core temperature needs to dip slightly to fall asleep and stay asleep. Cooling pads come in several types. Some are made of gel-infused memory foam or breathable fabric that draws heat away. Others actively cool with water or air systems built into the pad. The goal is the same: prevent overheating, especially in deeper sleep stages when it matters most. This is great for hot sleepers, people in warm climates, or those dealing with night sweats. Dual-zone models even work well for couples with different temperature needs. Even basic versions can help if your mattress traps heat. Fans and AC cool the air, but they don't address heat between your body and bed. That's where a cooling pad shines. It tackles the hot zone directly beneath you. It's a small change, but it can make a big impact on sleep quality. Sunrise, wake up, alarm. Jolting awake to a blaring alarm can leave you groggy even after a full night's sleep. A sunrise alarm clock offers a gentler way. Instead of noise, it gradually lights up your room to mimic natural sunrise, easing your body into wakefulness. These devices start with a dim glow and get steadily brighter over 30 minutes. That gradual light cues your brain that morning is coming even before you open your eyes. This mirrors how our body clocks respond to sunlight. Light helps trigger the rise of cortisol and shut down melatonin, prepping your body for day mode. In nature, this happens at dawn, but if you sleep in the dark and use a sudden alarm, your body skips this cue. A sunrise alarm fixes that. The light passes through your eyelids, gently waking your brain. Some models add nature sounds or soft music, but it's the light that does the heavy lifting. This is especially useful in winter or for early risers in dark places. It's not just about comfort, it syncs your wake-up with your biology. Over time, that smoother start can boost energy, improve mood, and reshape your whole morning. Fake fever. As your body winds down for sleep, your core temperature naturally drops. The fake fever is a mental strategy that uses this principle by helping you imagine warmth, which can lead to relaxation and sleepiness. Here's how it works. You mentally simulate the feeling of warmth spreading through your body like a gentle fever. This imagined heat encourages your blood vessels to widen, allowing your core temperature to fall. That drop signals your body that it's time to sleep. But why does warmth help? Our bodies associate it with comfort and calm. When you picture warmth, it can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for relaxation. The trick is to focus on areas like your hands, feet, or face, and imagine them heating up, like being near a fireplace or snuggled under a blanket. Some people find it useful to visualize the warmth gently spreading through their arms and legs. You're not actually raising your body temperature, just nudging your brain into cooling mode. Plus, focusing on that warmth can take your attention away from racing thoughts. The fake fever is a simple and cost-free sleep tool. By visualizing heat, you guide your body toward its natural nighttime temperature drop. It's a perfect example of how your imagination can work with your biology to ease you into sleep. Worry window. Worries often seem to appear the moment you try to sleep. The worry window is a practical technique that gives your concerns a place to go before bedtime. The concept is simple. Set aside a short period earlier in the evening to think through whatever is on your mind. Use that time to reflect, jot things down, or mentally plan solutions. After the window closes, you deliberately shift your focus toward rest. Suppressing worry at bedtime often backfires. The worry window allows you to confront concerns on your terms and prevents them from spiraling once you're in bed. It might just be 10 to 20 minutes after dinner spent making a to-do list or mentally processing challenges. Giving worry a scheduled time helps your brain compartmentalize, making it easier to let go at night. Over time, your mind learns to respect that boundary. The worry window is simple but powerful. It doesn't ignore anxiety, it contains it. Instead of letting stress bleed into your sleep, you're creating a structure that helps calm your thoughts. This easy addition to your evening routine can make a big difference in how quickly and deeply you fall asleep. Pyjama Ritual. Putting on pajamas may feel like a small step, but it plays a meaningful role in signaling your body that it's time to rest. The pajama ritual isn't just about sleepwear, it marks the psychological shift from daytime activity to nighttime calm. Like how work clothes prepare you for focus, pajamas condition your brain for rest. Over time, consistently pairing pajamas with relaxing activities like reading, deep breathing, or stretching teaches your brain that sleep is near. This process is called behavioral conditioning. But to be most effective, it needs to feel like a ritual. That doesn't mean it has to be fancy, just a simple, intentional routine repeated in the same order. Maybe you clean up, wash your face, and slip into your pajamas after dinner. Or it could be the last step before getting into bed. That consistency strengthens the sleep signal. The type of pajamas matters too. Choose breathable, comfortable fabrics that won't trap heat or irritate your skin. And try to wear them only for sleep. Helps your brain link those clothes directly to rest. With repetition, even the act of pulling them on becomes a powerful cue. This everyday habit becomes a silent nudge to your nervous system that it's time to slow down. The bed is for sleep rule. If you're spending long periods awake in bed, your brain might start associating that space with wakefulness rather than rest. That's where the bed is for sleep rule comes in. It's a concept rooted in behavioral science, which teaches that the brain forms habits and links based on repeated behavior. If you regularly use your bed to scroll, watch shows, or worry, it stops being a sleep-only zone. That confusion makes it harder to fall asleep even if you're tired. The rule is clear: only use your bed for sleep, and, if applicable, intimacy, nothing else. And if you're lying there awake for more than 20 minutes, get up and do something quiet somewhere else until drowsiness returns. Then go back to bed. This breaks the link between your bed and being alert. The goal is to retrain your brain so it sees the bed as a place for rest only. It helps to avoid lying in bed during the day too. No reading, no lounging. The more distinct the boundary, the stronger the sleep signal becomes. Your bed isn't just furniture, it's a behavioral cue. When used consistently, this method rebuilds that cue and can dramatically improve the quality and speed of your sleep. The Swiss cheese method. When solving complex issues, like improving your sleep, tackling everything at once can be overwhelming. That's where the Swiss cheese method helps. Named after the whole-filled cheese, it's all about layering small steps that each fill in a part of the problem. One change might not solve your sleep entirely, but combining many little habits creates a stronger system. Applied to sleep, this might look like dimming lights earlier, cutting off caffeine after noon, setting a consistent bedtime, and creating a wind-down ritual. Each on its own is like a slice of Swiss cheesy, imperfect, but stack enough together, and the holes disappear. This method works because it doesn't demand a total overhaul. You add one change at a time, adjusting as needed, and it feels manageable. It also prepares you for nights when one habit fails. Maybe you had caffeine late, but you still have your bedtime routine and sleep environment to fall back on with layers. One slip won't ruin the whole system. The Swiss cheese method isn't about perfection. It's about building strength through many small wins. Over time, those small changes stack up and lead to deeper, more consistent rest. Internal narration. When your mind is spinning at night, how you speak to yourself internally can make a big impact. That's the principle behind internal narration, the quiet, constant dialogue running in your head. This inner voice reflects on events, plays out future scenarios, or makes comments about what's happening. It's a normal part of thinking, but if it turns negative or stressful, it can disrupt your ability to fall asleep. Directing this mental voice toward peaceful or neutral thoughts can help calm mental activity. Instead of revisiting worries or stressful moments, shift the story to something calming like describing a gentle walk or imagining a tranquil place. You might focus on the feel of your sheets, the rhythm of your breath, or recall a soothing memory. This focus grounds your thoughts, limiting room for anxiety. Internal narration works because the brain tends to follow whatever story it's told. Turning this inner voice into something soft and reassuring can make falling asleep easier and more peaceful. Internal narration, when used mindfully, becomes a quiet yet powerful tool for deeper, more restful sleep. Journal, then sleep. One of the hardest parts of falling asleep is getting your thoughts to settle down. Nighttime journaling helps with that. The process is simple. Before bed, spend a few minutes writing. It could be about your day, a few nagging worries, or what you plan for tomorrow. The goal isn't perfect writing, just getting thoughts out of your head and onto paper. This helps because the brain tries to hang on to unfinished ideas or unresolved issues. Writing them down tells your mind they're accounted for, reducing mental clutter. You can approach it in different ways. Some prefer a free-flow brain dump, writing anything that comes up. Others jot down things they're thankful for. Many find it helpful to make a quick to-do list to avoid mentally rehearsing tasks all night. The important part is doing it regularly. Keeping a notebook nearby makes it easy to turn into a routine. It's a signal to your brain that the day is ending and rest can begin. You don't have to fix everything no nits written down. While journaling doesn't erase stress, it gives your thoughts a landing place, helping you let go. For many people, this small step makes the difference between a restless night and falling asleep peacefully. Solve mental jigsaw. When your thoughts won't stop at night, giving your brain a gentle mental task can ease you into rest. That's what the mental jigsaw is about. Imagining yourself assembling a puzzle in your mind, piece by piece. Instead of focusing on real-life stress or planning ahead, your attention shifts to a calm, low-pressure task. The activity is simple and repetitive, just engaging enough to hold your focus without overstimulating you. This technique works by breaking the loop of overthinking. When your brain is gently solving a low-stakes problem, there's less room for anxious thoughts to sneak in. You don't need a real puzzle or a vivid mental image. Just imagine putting together something basic, like a blue sky or a quiet landscape. Keep the imagery soft and the pace slow. This taps into your brain's love for patterns without triggering alertness. The mental jigsaw triggers a relaxed state by occupying your mind just enough to steer it away from stress. It's an easy, portable technique you can try anywhere, whether lying down or resting quietly. Slowly picturing puzzle pieces coming together can help calm your mind and ease you into sleep. Room purge. Relaxing is harder when your space feels cluttered or chaotic. The idea behind a room purge is to remove unnecessary items from your bedroom so it better supports rest. When clutter builds up, your mind struggles to fully unwind even if you're not consciously focused on the mess. The space sends subtle signals of disorder. A room purge isn't just about appearances, it's about function. Start by clearing out what doesn't belong. Laundry piles, random papers, unused electronics. Then focus on distractions devices, fitness gear, or anything that doesn't support rest. If it's not helping you sleep, it might be making it harder. Think of this like editing your environment. The fewer visual inputs, the easier it is for your brain to relax. You don't need fancy storage solutions, just intentional choices about what stays. Some make this a weekly habit. Once a week, a quick reset of the room to keep things in order. The goal isn't perfection, it's to reduce mental friction. A cleaner space won't fix everything, but it supports relaxation and better sleep. Once you feel the mental clarity a tidy room brings, you'll realize how much your environment influences your mind even in the background. Fictional commute. After a busy day, it's tough to flip the switch and unwind. The fictional commute offers a way to mentally separate the stress of the day from the peace of the night. It's a simple visualization where you imagine a quiet, relaxing journey from work to home, even if you've been home all day. This mental break acts as a buffer, helping you shed the weight of the day before settling in for the evening. Picture a slow walk down a peaceful street, a calm train ride, or a scenic drive. The key is focusing on the experience, the sounds, sights, and sensations of leaving your workday behind. Maybe you feel the breeze, notice the colors around you, or hear the rhythm of your footsteps. This shift serves two purposes. It interrupts stressful thought loops and brings your attention to something gentle and grounding. Unlike screen time, this is intentional and soothing. It encourages your nervous system to switch into relaxation mode, lowering stress hormones and promoting calm. Just a few minutes of this imagined commute can create closure for your day. It's an easy, effective mental routine that helps your brain slow down, making it easier to fall asleep and truly feel at rest. Bedroom is for sleep. The idea here is to turn your bedroom into a space meant only for sleep, a kind of private sleep zone. It's not about decorating it to perfection or making it completely silent. The focus is on consistency. Your brain should instantly associate this space with switching off and resting. This concept is backed by something called stimulus control. Your brain builds links between activities and locations. If your bed is where you eat, watch videos, work, or stress, your mind no longer sees it as a sleep zone. But if you reserve your bedroom and especially your bed for rest and nothing else, it becomes a cue. Just walking in can start relaxing your system. Start by clearing distractions. No desks, no screens, no glowing electronics. The fewer purposes the room serves, the more it helps. Even mess matters. A cluttered room sends quiet signals to your brain that the environment is still active. Light and sound also affects this. Dark curtains, soft lighting, or calming white noise can support a night-friendly space, but most of it comes down to behavior. If your brain learns this space equals rest, sleep gets easier. It doesn't take new furniture, just a new habit. The more strictly you preserve the room's purpose, the faster your body will begin shifting towards sleep just by being there. Book before bed. Reading a book before sleep often works better than many sleep-focused apps. That's because reading sets the stage. Your mind needs to slow down. Unlike devices that keep your brain alert with glowing screens and non-stop content, books create quiet focus. They pull your thoughts away from worry without asking much in return. Your body responds, your pulse slows, breathing deepens, and looping thoughts fade. But not all reading helps. Action-heavy thrillers or intense plots may keep you wired. The best bedtime reads are calm stories, nonfiction, or even books you've already read. The aim isn't entertainment hits to mentally unplug. Reading shifts your brain from wakeful activity to passive calm. Use a paper book or a screen without backlight. Regular screens still interfere with melatonin and delay sleep. A soft lamp with warm light is better. Make it a routine. Reading at the same time nightly teaches your brain to expect rest, just like brushing your teeth. It becomes part of the sequence. You don't have to read long. Even 10 or 15 minutes can calm the mind and ease you towards sleep. It's a small shift from stimulation to stillness, but it's one that can make sleep feel much closer. Tidy room, tidy mind. Even if you don't notice it, a cluttered room can stop you from sleeping well. That's the idea behind tidy room, tidy mind. It's not only about how things look, it's about what clutter does to your thoughts. When the room is chaotic, your brain stays on alert. Piles of stuff or scattered items act as quiet reminders that something is unfinished. That low-level pressure keeps your system from calming down. Your surroundings shape your sleep. The brain always scans for safety cues. A tidy room tells your nervous system it's safe to relax. A messy one keeps your attention split even with the lights out. You don't have to deep clean every night. Small actions help. Put laundry in a hamper. Clear your nightstand. Shut drawers. Just 5 minutes of tidying lowers stimulation and brings calm. Clear surfaces also help. The less visual input your brain has to process, the easier it is to wind down. Some people even take out work stuff, bright colors, or anything that signals daytime. A clean space also makes routines simpler. When your room is ready, there's less resistance to getting ready for bed. Tidying itself can become part of the routine, a short, calming habit that tells your brain the day is done. A neat room won't knock you out instantly, but it removes one mental obstacle between you and sleep. No heavy dinners, late-night heavy meals can make sleep more difficult. That's because digestion doesn't stop when you go to bed. A large meal keeps your body active. Blood rushes to your stomach, your core temperature rises, and internal systems stay on. That delays the cool down your body needs to fall asleep. Big dinners can also cause acid reflux or heartburn, especially if you lie down too soon after eating. Being flat helps stomach acid travel upward, which can disrupt sleep or even breathing. Rich, spicy, or fatty meals are the main causes, but overeating in general can have the same result. It's best to eat dinner 2 to 3 hours before sleeping. That gives time to digest most of it. Earlier dinners should be balanced, moderate portions. Lean protein, complex carbs, and not too greasy. If you're hungry closer to bed, a small snack is okay. A banana, toast, or a few nuts won't stress your system. In fact, the right snack can help sleep by keeping your blood sugar steady. You shouldn't go to bed hungry, but you also don't want your body working hard when it's trying to rest. Lighter, earlier dinners help align digestion with your sleep cycle. No news after dinner. The world keeps spinning after dinner, but your brain needs rest. That's why no news after dinner is a useful rule. It's a clear boundary that protects your sleep from emotional overload. News is designed to capture your attention, whether it's urgent headlines, debates, or notifications. It's stimulating. That's the opposite of what your mind needs in the evening. After dinner, your body begins slowing down, melatonin rises, your pulse drops, and your nervous system shifts toward rest. But late news disrupts this. It activates your stress response, boosting cortisol, increasing mental chatter, and delaying sleep readiness. This isn't just about TV, news apps, social media, or even glancing at a headline feed has the same effect. You may not feel stressed right away, but your brain keeps processing that information long after. The solution: make dinner your news cutoff. After that, stick to calming content. Read, watch something soft, or listen to music. You're not ignoring reality, you're choosing better timing. Catch up on news earlier when your brain can handle it. That shift can help you sleep more soundly without giving up awareness. The goal is to build a buffer between your daily stress and bedtime. And skipping the news after dinner is a simple, effective way to protect that boundary. NSDR. NSDR stands for non-sleep deep rest. It's a straightforward yet powerful method to reach deep relaxation without actually dozing off. The aim isn't to sleep, but to stay awake while allowing your body and mind to deeply unwind. Imagine putting your brain on airplane mode, still functioning, but no longer processing stress or demands. The most typical form of NSDR is a guided audio session. You lie back, close your eyes, and follow a voice through gentle cues. Breath focus, body scanning, and quiet attention shifts. No movement, no effort. It's structured relaxation. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for calm and recovery. This moves you out of stress mode and helps reset your system. Studies show that even brief sessions can boost memory, drop cortisol levels, and bring back energy. Some people use it midday, others just before sleep. Unlike standard meditation, NSDR doesn't ask you to concentrate or silence your mind. It simply guides you gently inward. That's why it's ideal for anyone feeling overstimulated or mentally tired. It's also popular among athletes and professionals as a reliable way to regain clarity. All you need is a quiet space, headphones, and 10 to 30 minutes. No equipment, no skill, just deep, intentional rest. NSDR gives your brain the pause it rarely gets in daily life. No clock watching. Waking up in the middle of the night isn't a problem till you check the clock. That one glance can turn a quick wake-up into hours of tossing and turning. The core of no clock watching is avoiding turning sleep into a math problem. The moment you see the time, your brain starts calculating how many hours you have left, whether you've slept enough, and if you'll fall asleep again. That mental activity wakes your brain further, not because anything is wrong, but because now it has a job to do. Your mind becomes alert, pushing sleep further away. To avoid this, eliminate visible clocks. Turn alarm displays around, cover digital screens, and keep your phone out of view. If you use your phone for alarms, flip it or place it out of reach. Even small glows from displays can draw attention. Not knowing the time helps the brain stay relaxed. Without a number to focus on, you're more likely to treat waking up as a minor event and drift back off. This technique won't cure sleep issues, but it removes a major trigger of nighttime anxiety. By letting go of time tracking, you allow your body to find sleep naturally again. A small shift, but one that can shorten those long, restless nights. The 10 p.m. rule. The 10 p.m. rule isn't about strict discipline. It's about building consistency in when you unwind. Going to bed around the same time each night helps stabilize your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock that controls energy, hormones, and rest cycles. When this rhythm stays steady, your body knows when to release melatonin, cool down, and ease into sleep mode. A 10 p.m. bedtime also helps you protect your morning hours, which tend to be the most mentally sharp and productive. Staying up late or having erratic bedtimes cuts into that, often making mornings feel groggy or unfocused. This rule works even better when supported by other habits like dimming lights, avoiding screens, and doing calming activities. But even without extras, picking a regular cutoff point like 10 p.m. trains your body to expect sleep. It doesn't have to be exact, but consistency matters. Over time, that predictability makes it easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. It's a low-effort habit with high impact. Just choose a nightly anchor and let your biology do the rest. Sleeping when your body is ready makes all the difference. No more nightcaps. That nightly drink that seems to help you sleep might actually be working against you. A nightcap, usually wine, whiskey, or beers, often thought to help you relax and drift off. While alcohol can make you sleepy at first, the trouble starts later in the night. It messes with your sleep structure, cutting down on REM sleep, which is crucial for mood, memory, and feeling refreshed. It also makes your sleep more broken. You might fall asleep fast, but then wake up often and feel unrested. Alcohol also relaxes throat muscles, increasing the chance of snoring and sleep apnea, which disrupts deep sleep even if you don't fully wake. These effects aren't always obvious, but even one evening drink can lower sleep quality and leave you tired the next day. The later you drink, the worse it tends to be. A better option. Replace the drink with herbal tea, tart cherry juice, or just water. These don't mess with your brain or body at night. Dropping the alcohol can lead to better, deeper sleep and clearer mornings. It's a simple switch that protects the quality of your rest. Stretch before you snooze. You don't need a full exercise routine to sleep better. Just a few gentle stretches before bed can make a real difference. The concept stretch before you snooze, simple, light physical movement helps your body and mind relax. It's not about becoming flexible or strong, but about easing muscle tightness and telling your nervous system it's time to shut down. Most people hold on to tension throughout the day, especially in the neck, shoulders, and legs, from sitting, working, and screen time. That tightness can show up at bedtime as restlessness or discomfort. Light stretches help release that. It doesn't take much, just a forward fold, shoulder rolls, or lying down with knees pulled in. Even 5 minutes can lower your heart rate, calm your breath, and help your body transition into rest. Mentally, stretching also encourages stillness and focus on your body, which helps quiet the mind. Some people combine it with soft lighting or calm music as part of a nightly ritual. It becomes a signal the day is done. Done regularly. That cue tells your body it's time to power down. Over time, it makes falling asleep easier and more natural. No pets in bed rule. The idea of snuggling with a pet sounds cozy, but for many, it comes at the cost of quality sleep. That's where the no pets in bed rule comes in. It simply means keeping your sleeping space pet-free to support better rest. This doesn't mean you care less about your furry companion. It's about separating affection from rest. Pets often shift, snore, scratch, or make noise through the night. Even if you don't wake up fully, these small movements can disrupt sleep cycles. Over time, these tiny interruptions add up, causing grogginess and lighter sleep. Pet dander and fur also contribute. Even without allergies, their presence can irritate your skin or breathing, especially for those with asthma or sensitivities. Plus, pets don't share human sleep rhythms. They may want to move around or be let in and out, training you to wake more often. Instead, consider a comfy pet bed nearby, so they're close but not in your bed. Most animals adjust quickly to the new routine. In the long run, you both benefit. Your pet gets a designated sleep space, and you enjoy deeper, more peaceful rest. Breathe through the belly. Many people breathe from the chest without realizing it. But if you've seen a baby sleep, you'll notice their belly rising and falling with each breath. That's how we're meant to breathe through the belly. This method, called diaphragmatic breathing, uses the diaphragm beneath the lungs to pull air deeper. When done right, your stomach expands as you inhale, helping calm the body. In contrast, chest breathing is shallow and keeps you in a mildly stressed state. Belly breathing, however, activates the vagus nerve, which calms the nervous system. It helps switch the body out of fight or flight into rest and digest. Try it. Place one hand on your belly and one on your chest. Inhale, so only the belly hand moves. It may feel odd at first, but becomes natural with practice. Even a few minutes before bed can lower heart rate, quiet thoughts, and ease into sleep. That's why this method is used in sleep routines, recovery programs, and meditation. You don't need special training. It's a built-in calming switch that most people forget they have. When used well, it can be a simple, powerful tool for better sleep. No talking after 9 rule. Just like some households follow a no shoes or no phones policy, another powerful habit is the no talking after 9 rule. The idea is as straightforward as it sounds: no more conversations, debates, or problem solving after 9 p.m. It's not about shutting people out. It's about helping your mind relax. Verbal interaction stimulates the brain. Even light-hearted chat can trigger alertness or problem-solving mode. That's the opposite of what your brain needs before bed. Talking, even casual talk, keeps you thinking, reacting, or planning. The no-talking rule acts like a signal to wind down. It tells your brain the day is done, just like stretching tells your body. This doesn't mean total silence. You can still read, stretch, or journal, but the absence of talking gives mental space for your thoughts to settle. It's especially useful if you struggle with racing thoughts or restlessness at night. Many pair this rule with low lighting or soft activities to build a soothing wind-down routine. Over time, the brain connects this quiet time with sleep prep. Like other sleep tips, this one is simple, structured, and helps reduce stimulation when you need it most. 10-minute tidy. Even small amounts of clutter can mess with your head more than you think. That's why the 10-minute tidy is a smart way to end the day. It's not a deep clean, it's just a short session to reset your space before bed. Here's the deal. Set a timer for 10 minutes. That's it. Use that time to put things back, maybe fold clothes, clear a nightstand, or wipe down a counter. Nothing fancy, just tidy up what's out of place. This mini habit does two big things. First, it helps clear your mind. A tidy space makes relaxing easier. Second, it sets you up for a smoother morning. Waking to a clean room means fewer distractions and more calm. It also sends a message to your brain the day is over. Tidying becomes a cue that it's time to rest. You can listen to music or a podcast while doing it. It's easy to add to your routine and offers lasting benefits. Over time, this tiny habit builds a restful vibe into your environment. It's not about spotless perfection. It's about clearing away small bits of chaos so your mind can settle for the night. Drink smart. Stop at 8. Many people stay hydrated all day but forget that timing matters too. If you're waking in the night to use the bathroom, it might not be how much you drank, but when. The drink smart, stop at 8 rule is all about adjusting the timing. The idea is to finish your last drink by around 8 p.m. That gives your body time to process fluids before sleep, so your bladder won't interrupt you later. After you drink, your kidneys begin turning it into urine quickly, but it can take a while for it to cycle through. Drinking too close to bedtime raises your chance of late-night bathroom runs. Even if you fall back asleep, those interruptions can disturb deep sleep, which is the most restorative part. This doesn't mean drink less. It just means front load your water earlier in the day. Sip through the morning and afternoon, then taper off at night. If you're thirsty after 8, a small sip is fine. Just skip big glasses or herbal teas that increase urination. This one shift can lead to longer sleep stretches and better mornings. It's not about less water. It's about knowing when to stop. Socks in winter, bare feet in summer. If your feet aren't the right temperature, your whole body notices, especially during sleep. The idea behind socks in winter, bare feet in summer, is exactly what it sounds like. In cold seasons, wearing socks to bed helps you fall asleep faster. In hot seasons, going barefoot or sticking your feet out from under the covers helps you stay cool and sleep comfortably. Here's why. Your body temperature naturally drops at night when it's time to sleep. Wearing socks in winter warms up your feet, dilates blood vessels, and helps your body cool at the core, making it easier to sleep. But in summer, it's the opposite. Heat gets trapped in blankets, and feet are great at releasing that heat. Sleeping without socks helps regulate your body's temperature better, promoting deeper rest. It's not just about comfort. Temperature control is key to quality sleep. If you're too warm or too cold, your sleep cycle gets disrupted. People often overlook this and turn to supplements or complicated routines. But sometimes it's as simple as wearing the right sleepwear for the season. So if your sleep feels off, look down. What your feet are wearing might be more important than you think. A seasonal change can help your body do what it's naturally meant to do: fall asleep. Stay asleep and wake up feeling well rested. No more snoozing. That snooze button might seem like a small kindness, but it often backfires and makes waking up harder. The no more snoozing rule is about stopping that loop. Rather than setting multiple alarms or stealing extra minutes of broken sleep, you commit to rising when the first alarm rings. This helps you avoid sleep inertia, that heavy, groggy feeling that follows short bursts of sleep. When you hit snooze, your body tries to restart a new sleep cycle, but it gets cut off, leaving your brain disoriented. Instead of helping, those extra minutes make you feel less awake. Breaking the snooze habit starts with setting a realistic wake-up time and sticking to it. It encourages better nighttime habits, too. Knowing you'll get up on the first alarm can push you to go to bed earlier or improve your evening wind-down. Some people move their alarm across the room so they have to get up to turn it off. Others use gentle alarms that mimic sunrise or play calming sounds to ease into wakefulness. The no more snoozing rule is about respecting your body's rhythm and avoiding false starts. It's a small change that pays off in clearer mornings, better energy, and healthier sleep patterns. No overthinking rule. Your mind can be a helpful tool or a big obstacle when you're trying to fall asleep. That's where the no overthinking rule comes in. It's a simple mental commitment. Once you're in bed, no more spiraling thoughts, worrying, or trying to solve problems. Overthinking keeps your brain alert and blocks relaxation. This rule reminds you that bedtime isn't the time to analyze your life. It's time for mental stillness. Overthinking usually involves going in circles, replaying the day, imagining future disasters, or second-guessing past choices. These thought loops activate stress and release cortisol, which interferes with sleep. The solution is to set a mental limit. When you catch yourself spiraling, gently say, "Not now, that can wait." You're not trying to stop thinking entirely. Not realistic, but you are choosing not to engage. Tools help support this shift. Try journaling earlier in the evening to unload thoughts, or use guided breathing or meditation to focus the mind. Some people even write worries on paper and tuck them away in a worry box. This rule isn't about denying your problems. It's about pausing them. Let your brain rest, and it can process better the next day. It's a subtle mental shift that can lead to deeper, more peaceful sleep. Quiet the room mission. Sounds have a deeper effect on sleep than most people think. The quiet the room mission is all about building a calm, low-noise sleep space. Disruptive sounds can come from any word traffic outside, buzzing electronics, ticking clocks, or a loud AC unit. Even if they don't fully wake you, they can keep your brain on high alert and disturb sleep cycles. The mission starts by identifying the sounds that disrupt your rest. Some are obvious, like barking or shouting. Others are subtle but constant, like a hum or low mechanical noise. Once you spot the sources, try to remove or reduce them. Earplugs help. White noise machines can also drown out disruptive sounds with a steady, calming tone. You can close windows, lay down rugs, hang thick curtains, or seal gaps around doors to block noise. The goal isn't perfect silence, it's a predictable, soft audio background your brain can tune out. many people sleep better with a fan or rain sounds playing. These create consistency and stop sudden spikes in sound. The Quiet the Room mission is about awareness. Small adjustments often lead to better sleep. By taking control of your sound environment, you're helping your brain shift smoothly into deep, uninterrupted rest. Tart Cherry Time. Tart cherry juice may seem trendy, but it's one of the few natural options that really supports sleep. Unlike most fruits, tart cherries contain melatonin, the hormone your body releases to signal it's time to rest. Normally, melatonin rises at night, guiding your body toward sleep. But for people with delayed rhythms or irregular sleep, that doesn't always happen properly. That's where tart cherry juice helps. Studies show it can slightly boost melatonin levels, making it easier to fall and stay asleep. It won't knock you out like a sedative, but it helps your body do what it's supposed to do. Tart cherry juice also contains antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, which may help relieve muscle tension or pain that can disrupt sleep. The recommended routine is about 8 ounces of tart cherry juice in the morning, and another glass 1 to 2 hours before bed. Be sure to use 100% tart cherry juice, not blends or sweetened versions with added sugar, which can cancel out the benefits. Cherry juice works best alongside a steady sleep routine. Think of it as one more natural tool in your bedtime toolkit. It's food-based, easy to include, and for many, it leads to more restful nights without needing pills or heavy sleep aids. Early light reset. How you begin your morning has a direct influence on how well you fall asleep later. Your body works on a circadian rhythm, an internal 24-hour clock that guides wakefulness, alertness, and rest. One of the most powerful cues for that clock is light, specifically early morning natural light. That's the foundation of the early light reset. Getting outside and exposing your eyes to daylight within the first hour after waking tells your brain it's morning, time to start the day. This exposure helps regulate melatonin, boosts alertness during the day, and ensures that melatonin rises properly in the evening. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Just 10 to 15 minutes outside is effective. Even cloudy skies offer stronger light than indoors. If stepping outside isn't an option, sitting by a bright window can work too, although results may take longer. For early risers or those in darker areas, a light therapy lamp can help. These simulate morning sunlight and are used indoors for 20 to 30 minutes. What matters most is regularity. The more consistently you get morning light, the better your body syncs its natural clock, leading to sounder sleep, fewer delays in getting drowsy, and more stable energy during the day. It's a straightforward habit that uses nothing but light to reset your system. Peppermint Oil Trick. Peppermint is commonly linked to sharpness and alertness, but in small, mindful doses, it can support rest tuestally when used the right way. That's the thinking behind the peppermint oil trick. Most sleep oils lean toward soothing scents like lavender, but peppermint works differently. It doesn't sedate you. Instead, it helps release physical and mental tension that can prevent you from settling in. The secret lies in how it supports breathing. Menthol, found in peppermint oil, has a natural cooling property and helps open airways, making deep, slow breaths easier. That deeper breathing helps calm the nervous system. If you feel a little stuffed up at night or tend to breathe shallowly when anxious, This can make a big difference. Use just a drop or two on a tissue near your pillow, or dab diluted oil lightly on your neck, chest, or temples. Some prefer adding a few drops to a warm foot soak and inhaling the rising scent. The fragrance is brisk but short-lasting, which is ideal for creating a brief pause and release without overstimulating the senses. Peppermint oil doesn't knock you out. It presses reset. It helps the body clear tension so sleep can come more naturally. It's especially useful on nights when your body feels tense but your mind is ready to rest. It's not about force, it's about making space for rest to happen. No fluorescent allowed. Fluorescent lights might suit office buildings or supermarkets, but they don't belong in your bedroom. That's the idea behind the No Fluorescent Allowed rule guideline that promotes a more sleep-friendly space. Fluorescent lights are bright, harsh, and heavy in blue light, which sends your brain a signal: stay alert. That's fine during the day, but at night it disrupts the wind-down process. Light is one of the brain's key tools for managing melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. Exposure to cool-toned bright light in the evening delays melatonin release. That means falling asleep takes longer and sleep quality may dip, even if you don't notice the disruption. Fluorescent bulbs, overhead LEDs, and daylight spectrum lamps often produce this effect. The solution is simple. Switch to warmer, softer lighting. Look for bulbs marked warm white or with a color temperature of about 2700 K. These give off a glow closer to firelight or sunset, which helps the brain relax. You don't need to redo your whole lighting setup. Just add a few soft glow lamps by the bed, in reading areas, or the hallway. If your ceiling light is too bright, avoid using it in the evening. Dimming artificial light at night supports your natural rhythm. It's not about darkness, it's about using the right kind of light that encourages rest. That starts with one rule: no fluorescent where you sleep. Sleep playlist shuffle. Silence isn't always ideal for sleep. For many people, the right kind of sound makes it easier to unwind. That's where the sleep playlist shuffle comes in. Rather than falling asleep to unpredictable background noise or complete quiet, to create an intentional audio space. A sleep playlist is a custom set of calm, low-stimulus tracks that help guide your brain into rest. The aim is to build a predictable, soothing soundscape. It might include instrumental tracks, nature sounds, ambient tones, or slow electronic music. What matters is that the songs are soft, without sharp volume spikes, fast rhythms, or lyrics that pull focus. You want something that's consistent, not distracting. Used regularly, the playlist becomes a sleep cue, just like brushing your teeth or dimming lights. It signals your brain to shift into sleep mode. Shuffle mode prevents your brain from learning the order of songs, which can lead to anticipation and distraction. Randomizing also avoids boredom or the playlist losing its effect over time. You don't need a fancy app. Most music platforms have sleep playlists ready to go, or you can build your own. Start with about 30 to 60 minutes of sound and adjust based on how quickly you fall asleep. It's not about picking the perfect tune, it's about shaping a quiet, comforting atmosphere that helps you wind down. A good playlist fades into the background and gently carries you into rest. 2 blankets, 1 sheet hack. Sharing a bed sounds cozy until you're fighting over the covers every night. That's where the 2 blankets, 1 sheet hack can help. It's a simple fix for a very common problem: differences in sleep comfort between partners. Maybe one of you sleeps hot while the other gets cold. One likes a tight tuck, the other prefers loose. Instead of compromising all night, this approach gives each person their own blanket while still sharing a single fitted sheet. Here's how it works. Use one fitted sheet over the mattress as usual. But instead of layering one shared comforter, give each person their own blanket or quilt. This could mean matching blankets, or one heavier, one lighter. That way, each person controls their own comfort zone. It eliminates tug-of-war, minimizes temperature swings, and reduces disruptions from restless movement. You can roll over, adjust your covers, or sleep in different positions without affecting your partner. It's especially helpful for couples with different sleep times or sensitivities. If one person wakes easily or gets too hot, they don't have to suffer a shared solution. It still looks neat too. You can place a decorative top layer or bedspread over everything for a unified look. The comfort difference stays tucked underneath. This isn't about sleeping apart, it's about making shared sleep more comfortable and less stressful. The two blankets, one sheet trick is a small change with a big payoff in restful, uninterrupted sleep. Glycine for the win. If you've ever found yourself lying awake despite feeling tired, glycine might be a solution worth exploring. It's an amino acid that your body naturally produces and is also found in foods like eggs, meat, and legumes. While it's known for helping build proteins, researchers have uncovered another benefit. It supports sleep, not by acting like a sedative, but by gently easing your body into a sleep-conducive state. Here's how. Glycine slightly reduces your core body temperature. That's significant because as your body cools, it becomes easier to drift off. This effect doesn't just make you feel sleepy, it actually supports a transition into deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. It also seems to interact with certain neurotransmitters, particularly enhancing GABA, which quiets down the nervous system. It's like lowering the mental background noise, making it easier to fall and stay asleep. Most people who try glycine for sleep take around 3 grams, 30 to 60 minutes before bed. It comes in capsule or powder form, is tasteless, and mixes easily in water. And, importantly, it doesn't leave you groggy. Glycine doesn't override your natural sleep cycle. It supports it, helping your body cool, calm, and settle down naturally. It's a small compound with a surprisingly strong effect when it comes to nighttime recovery. Melatonin timing. Melatonin is one of the most widely used sleep supplements, but many people overlook a key detail: the timing of when you take it. Melatonin is a hormone your brain makes in response to darkness. It doesn't knock you out like a sedative, but acts more like a signal telling your body it's time to get sleepy. So if you're taking it right as you get into bed, you may be too late. Your internal clock, or circadian rhythm, starts producing melatonin naturally about 2 hours before you fall asleep. That's why the ideal time to take it is usually 90 minutes before your planned bedtime. Dosing also matters. While many reach for 3 milligrams or more, smaller doses between 0.3 and 1 milligram often work better and are less likely to cause next-day grogginess or disrupt your rhythm long-term. Melatonin is particularly helpful when your sleep schedule is off, such as after travel, night shifts, or inconsistent bedtimes. It can help shift your body clock forward or back depending on timing. But even then, it's just one piece of the puzzle. Pairing melatonin with habits like dimming lights and avoiding screens strengthens its effect. Think of it as a timing tool, not a magic pill. Used correctly, at the right time, in the right amount, melatonin becomes far more effective at supporting healthy sleep. Salt lamp glow. It may look like simple decor, but a salt lamp's warm glow can play a surprisingly helpful role in your sleep space. A salt lamp consists of a chunk of Himalayan salt and a low-watt bulb, and its appeal isn't really about the salt itself. It's about the kind of light it gives off. Unlike harsh overhead fluorescents or bright LED bulbs, salt lamps emit a soft amber glow that's much gentler on your senses, especially in the hour before bed. That matters because light plays a huge role in regulating your internal body clock. Blue-toned light from screens and bright bulbs tells your brain it's still daytime, which delays melatonin and makes it harder to wind down. But amber-toned light mimics the glow of a setting sun, signaling that it's time to rest. Using a salt lamp in the evening helps create a soothing, low-light environment that calms you without overstimulating. It's not about fully lighting a room, it's more about creating a relaxed background glow for reading or winding down. While some claims about salt lamps purifying air aren't scientifically proven, their calming lighting effect is very real. Making the switch to softer lighting like this can quietly shift your evenings into a more restful mode. It's not dramatic, but it's steady, and that makes a difference over time. Essential Oil Rollerball Trick. Rolling a bit of oil onto your wrist may seem too simple to matter, but the Essential Oil Rollerball Trick is a quiet, effective way to prepare your mind for rest. The concept is straightforward. A small roller bottle filled with diluted essential oils is applied to areas like your temples, neck, or wrists before bed. The scent is gentle and lingers just enough to send your brain a clear message. It's time to unwind. Smell is powerful. It's directly linked to the brain's limbic system, which processes emotions, memory, and stress. Certain scents, like lavender, chamomile, and bergamot, have been shown to promote relaxation. When inhaled or absorbed through the skin, these oils can slow your heart rate, reduce tension, and prepare your body for sleep. The Rollerball offers a personal and mess-free option, perfect for individual use without affecting anyone else nearby. It's also compact and travel-friendly, making it easy to keep your sleep routine intact on the go. Some people stick with the same blend each night to build a calming association, while others vary scents based on how they feel. Either way, the simple act of applying it becomes a signal to your brain: bedtime has started. It won't put you to sleep instantly, but used regularly, this small ritual helps lower stress and gently ease you toward sleep. It's a small fabric pouch, usually filled with flaxseed or similar material, designed to rest gently over your eyes. The gentle pressure it applies taps into a technique called deep pressure stimulation, the same principle behind weighted blankets. This pressure calms the nervous system, relaxes muscles, slows the heart rate, and encourages your body to shift into rest mode. It also blocks out light, supporting melatonin production. Even tiny light sources, like power indicators or hallway lamps, can interfere with your natural sleep signals. A weighted eye pillow creates a complete blackout, helping your brain fully switch into nighttime mode. Some even include relaxing scents like chamomile or lavender, adding another calming element to the experience. It's not just for nighttime either. Many people use them during meditation, yoga, or naps to enhance relaxation. The results may be subtle, but they're consistent, especially when used alongside other soothing habits like quiet music or soft lighting. It's a low-effort, low-cost way to signal your body to slow down. No need to charge anything or configure settings. Just place it over your eyes and let the weight do its quiet work. Silk Pillowcase Coolness. If you've ever flipped your pillow to find the cooler side at night, you already get the idea behind Silk Pillowcase Coolness. Silk pillowcases aren't just fancy, they're functional for better sleep. Unlike cotton, which soaks up moisture and traps heat, silk has a naturally smooth, breathable texture. It doesn't retain body heat the same way. Instead, it promotes airflow, helping your skin stay dry and cool during the night. This cooling sensation is more than comfort. Your body uses small temperature drops to know it's time to sleep. As your core temp drops at night, bedding that stays cool supports this process. Resting your face on something cool instead of warm reinforces your body's sleep signals. Silk offers more to it's easier on your skin and hair, reducing friction that causes tangles and irritation. People with sensitive skin or curly hair often switch to silk for this reason. While a silk pillowcase won't cool you like a gadget or gel, it works passively with your body's rhythm. And since it's something you use nightly, the consistent effect adds up. No routines, no settings, just switch your pillowcase. For hot sleepers, or those waking up sweaty or tangled, it's a small tweak with real payoff. It's one of those silent upgrades that improve rest without extra effort. And that's where bedtime ASMR comes in. Not everyone needs silence to drift off. In fact, for many, the right sound can be the quickest way to relax the brain. That's where bedtime ASMR enters. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, sensation often described as a tingle starting at the scalp and moving down the neck. But even if you don't get that tingle, ASMR can still be deeply soothing. The sounds are slow, soft, and steady, meant to reduce stress and ease you into sleep. Popular ASMR sounds include whispering, tapping, gentle brushing, or soft role play like pretend haircuts or bedtime stories. These aren't jarring or loud. They're focused but calm. They capture just enough attention to quiet your thoughts, but not enough to keep your brain alert. Bedtime ASMR is powerful because it's predictable and personal. There's no drama or loud moments. It stays steady and repetitive, like a meditative rhythm. Some people prefer YouTube ASMR creators. Others use playlists with calming sounds like rain on a tent, fabric brushing, or soft paper crinkles. To use it best, set a timer so it ends after an hour, or pick a playlist that stops naturally. No need for headphones unless blocking noise. A nearby speaker at low volume usually works well. The goal is to build a peaceful audio space that lets your mind let go. Almond butter toast trick. Sometimes the best sleep fix isn't a device or supplement, it's a piece of toast. The almond butter toast trick is a practical way to ease into sleep, especially if you get hungry at night or can't sleep on an empty stomach. The idea is to eat a small, balanced snack 30 to 60 minutes before bed, enough to keep your blood sugar steady without causing a spike. Almond butter and toast are a great pair because they hit two key elements. The toast, daily whole grain, gives you complex carbs, which help move tryptophan, an amino acid tied to melatonin, into the brain. Almond butter adds protein and healthy fats, which slow digestion and stabilize blood sugar through the night. This isn't about eating a meal before bed. It's about keeping your system from crashing at 2 or 3 a.m., which is a sneaky cause of waking up. A small snack can help prevent that dip. It also feels mentally calming. Toast is warm and familiar. Making and eating it becomes a quiet evening ritual, one that signals the body to slow down. It's not rushed or distracted. It's focused on one thing, winding down. Some swap in peanut butter or cheese and crackers, but the almond butter toast combo hits the right balance of nutrition, comfort, and timing. It's easy, affordable, and surprisingly effective. Scented shower steam. A warm shower at night is relaxing on its own, but add scent to the steam and it becomes something more. It's a simple way to turn your bathroom into a calm zone, like a mini spa. That's the idea behind scented shower steam. You're using your shower's natural steam as a way to release calming aromas into the air. The steam helps carry the scent, so you breathe it in easily without changing your routine. You're already showering. This just enhances it. One of the easiest ways is with shower steamers, small aromatherapy tablets placed on the floor. As water hits them, they release soothing scents like lavender, eucalyptus, or chamomile. Another option is placing a drop or two of essential oil on a washcloth or the shower wall away from direct water flow. Choosing the right scent matters. Lavender calms the nervous system. Eucalyptus opens up your breathing. Light citrus scents can lift mood without overstimulation. The experience is gentle but immersive. The heat opens airways and makes the scent feel stronger than a candle. It's a low effort but higher ward upgrade to your bedtime routine, mixing warmth, smell, and relaxation all in one. Consume sleep content. Some nights, your thoughts just won't quit. The lights are off, it's quiet, but your mind is replaying the day, planning tomorrow, or stuck in a loop. That's where intentional sleep content comes in. Instead of silence or random background noise, this kind of content gives your brain a gentle task, just enough to distract it, but not enough to wake it up. Think of it like soft guidance for your thoughts. It's not designed to entertain or excite, it helps you focus on something calming, structured, and safe. That might be a slow voice explaining a mellow topic. It could be abstract learning with no urgency, like ancient myths, dream science, or a peaceful history recap. You're not meant to stay hooked. Just follow along long enough to settle. The rhythm, pace, and tone are the real tools here. You're giving your brain a gentle path so it doesn't spiral. This is especially useful for if you tend to overanalyze or rehearse things at night. Offering your brain a calm subject can cut through the noise. It's not forced sleep, it's a mental shift. Unlike TV, which engages you, or silence, which leaves room to ruminate, intentional sleep content gives your mind a quiet, safe place to land. Darkness test. If you shut your eyes at night and still notice light seeping through your eyelids, your room might be too bright for ideal sleep. That's the core idea behind the darkness test. Scientists have long understood that darkness isn't just a matter of comfort, it's a biological cue. When the brain detects darkness, it increases melatonin output, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep cycles. Even low levels of light like glowing clocks, hallway bulbs, the darkness test is straightforward. After turning out the lights, sit or lie still and let your eyes adjust. That matters, because even if you've grown used to sleeping with light, your brain hasn't. It could be quietly affecting how quickly you fall asleep or how deeply you rest. Fixes are usually simple. Unplug light-emitting chargers, tape over LEDs, or use blackout curtains. Some people also opt for sleep masks, especially in shared rooms or while traveling. The goal isn't pitch black, but reducing unnecessary visual stimulation so your brain knows it's time to sleep. The darkness test is a quick way to identify light intrusions and take steps to improve your sleep setup. Weighted hug pillow. Sometimes the toughest part of falling asleep isn't racing thoughts or outside noise. It's simply not feeling at ease. That's where the weighted hug pillow can help. True to its name, it's a body-sized, weighted pillow designed to wrap around or press against your body like a calming hug. The concept is based on deep pressure stimulation. When the body senses gentle, evenly applied weight like from a hug or heavy blanket hit, tends to relax. This kind of pressure calms the nervous system, slows the heart rate, loosens muscles, and prompts the brain to release serotonin and dopamine hormones tied to mood, anxiety, and rest. A weighted hug pillow offers those benefits with more flexibility than a blanket. You can hug it, wrap it around you, or place it between your knees. It's ideal for side sleepers or those who shift around. For people dealing with anxiety, sensory overload, or nighttime loneliness, the pressure provides a sense of security and comfort. Most of these pillows weigh between 5 and 15 pounds, depending on size and style. Some resemble bolsters, others mimic human arms or full wraps. The aim is always the same: to give your body a relaxing, grounding presence to press into. Often, it's this simple, tactile reassurance that makes letting go mentally a little easier. Light snack rule. Falling asleep hungry isn't great, but going to bed overly full can be just as uncomfortable. That's why the light snack rule matters. It's a basic guideline. Eat just enough before bed to feel comfortable, nothing too heavy. If you're a bit hungry, a light snack can make sleep easier. But a big meal right before bedtime can trigger bloating, indigestion, or acid reflux, all of which interfere with rest. On the flip side, if you skip food entirely when hungry, you might wake up during the night or feel restless. The ideal snack includes some carbs and protein, maybe yogurt with fruit toast with nut butter, or a few nuts with berries. These foods support melatonin and serotonin production, which help regulate sleep and mood. Timing matters too. Aim to snack about 30 to 60 minutes before bed so your body can digest without feeling weighed down. Steer clear of sugar or processed snacks that spike blood sugar and keep your mind active. The light snack rule is about comfort and balance, not restriction. Some nights you won't need anything, and other nights a small bite makes all the difference. It's not about dieting, about listening to your body and helping it settle into a good night's sleep. Curtain check. Your bedroom curtains might seem like just another decor item, but they play a key role in how well you sleep. That's where the curtain check comes in. It's a simple routine each night. Make sure your curtains are fully closed and doing their job, blocking as much outside light as possible. Even small gaps or sheer fabrics can let in streetlights, car beams, or early sunlight. That stray light disrupts your body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock that tells you when to sleep or wake. If light enters your space when you're supposed to be resting, it confuses your brain into thinking it's time to be alert, cutting down melatonin levels. Doing a proper curtain check means inspecting for spaces around the edges or between panels. Fixes might include using curtain clips, blackout liners, or doubling up with thicker drapes. Even heavy curtains lose effectiveness if they're too short or narrow. If blackout curtains aren't an option, a good sleep mask can be a backup. Still, nothing beats curtains done right. Taking a minute each night to check your window coverings can make your room feel darker, quieter, and more restful. It's a quick, affordable fix that often gets overlooked, but its effect can be significant. Proper curtains help send your brain the right message. It's time to sleep. Scalp massage wind down after a full day. Tension tends to collect in unexpected places, especially around your scalp and head. That's where the scalp massage wind down comes in. This simple method helps the body ease into relaxation mode. Involves using your fingertips to gently rub or knead your scalp in slow circles. This increases circulation to the head and helps release tightness and stress built up over the day. That light pressure triggers nerve endings and stimulates the release of calming hormones like serotonin and oxytocin. These contribute to a sense of well-being and help lower stress levels. What makes scalp massage such a great pre-bed ritual is how it communicates to the nervous system that it's time to slow down. The physical touch helps ease the mind and promotes deeper breathing to things that naturally support sleep. You don't need fancy tools or training to do it. Just your hands, a few minutes, and some intention. You can even enhance the effect by using calming essential oils like lavender or chamomile. Whether it's a brief self-massage or a longer routine, just 5 minutes can make a real difference. It's a quiet, mindful action that signals to both body and mind that it's time to let go and rest. In a busy world, that short moment of calm can be powerful. Bedroom Funyu. Your bedroom isn't just a sleeping area, shapes the way you rest. Bedroom Funyu is an ancient method of arranging your sleep space to improve energy flow and, ultimately, your quality of rest. Funyu, which means wind and water, focuses on how the layout of a room influences the flow of energy, or ki. When your bedroom is arranged with this flow in mind, it fosters a calm and balanced setting that helps your mind and body unwind. One important rule is where you place your bed. Ideally, it should face the door without being directly in line with it. This command position provides a feeling of control and safety, lowering subconscious stress that can disturb your sleep. Clutter is another key factor. Clean space removes distractions and helps your thoughts settle. Clearing out unneeded items brings peace and mental clarity. Lighting matters, too. Soft, warm-toned lights are better than bright or harsh ones, which stimulate your senses. Adding natural touches, such as plants or earthy colors, boosts the calming effect. Small choices, like avoiding mirrors, facing the bed, or using colors like green and blue can all contribute to a restful mood. Bedroom Funyu is about aligning your space with your body's natural rhythm and emotional comfort. By adjusting your setup intentionally, you create a space that invites deep sleep. It's a practical, easy way to turn your bedroom into a sleep-friendly sanctuary with smooth energy flow. No caffeine after 2 rule. Caffeine doesn't just wake you up, stays active in your system long after you drink it. That's why the no caffeine after 2 p.m. rule is helpful. This simple guideline helps make sure caffeine doesn't interfere with your ability to fall asleep later. Most people know that caffeine boosts alertness. What's less obvious is how long it sticks around. On average, it takes 5 to 6 hours for half the caffeine in your body to wear off. That's called its half-life. So, even if you finish a cup of coffee mid-afternoon, it might still be affecting your body into the evening. For instance, if you have coffee at 3 p.m., half the caffeine can still be present in your system at 9 p.m. That's enough to interfere with melatonin and make it harder to feel sleepy even if you don't feel energized. The 2 p.m. rule works for most people, although caffeine is processed faster or slower depending on your metabolism. Avoiding caffeine after early afternoon gives your body time to reset before bed. That means skipping coffee, tea, soda, energy drinks, and even some medications with caffeine. If you're used to a late afternoon energy boost, try switching to something caffeine-free like herbal tea, flavored water, or a short walk. The goal isn't to eliminate caffeine, it's about timing it wisely. When you push your last sip earlier in the day, your sleep gets deeper without compromising your morning energy. Chamomile Cloud, a warm drink before bed, can be more than just soothing. It can actually help you fall asleep, especially if it's chamomile tea. Chamomile has long been used to ease restlessness, and science now backs up its calming power. Its key ingredient, apigenin, binds 2 brain receptors that reduce anxiety and bring on sleepiness, working somewhat like a mild sedative, but naturally. Drinking chamomile tea 30 to 45 minutes before bed can help ease your mind and body into rest mode. It won't knock you out, but it softens tension, slows racing thoughts, and sends the message that bedtime is near. What makes chamomile especially helpful is that it's caffeine-free and gentle on digestion. It's safe to drink nightly and fits well into a calming evening ritual. That consistency is useful. Your brain responds well to routines. Pairing chamomile tea with low stimulation habits, like brushing your teeth, turning off bright lights, or reading helps train your body to expect sleep. Most chamomile teas come in convenient bags. Just steep one in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. Let it cool slightly and sip slowly. Try to avoid sugar or milk, which can interfere with its effect. Chamomile isn't meant to knock you out. It simply supports your body's natural sleep signals in a soft, manageable way. That's what makes it such a gentle but powerful part of a healthy nighttime habit. Shadow watch. You don't need a clock to feel when it's time to sleep, but your brain does like rhythm. Shadow watch is a mental exercise that helps retune your body's internal clock using light and darkness, especially as part of your bedtime routine. It's not about staring at shadows on the wall or measuring time. It's about using the subtle lighting in your space to guide your mind into rest. At night, when lights are dimmed, take a moment to notice how the room looks. Maybe the soft shadows on your bedspread, or how light from the hallway filters in. Don't judge it, just notice it. This soft visual focus helps your brain calm down. It tells your nervous system there's no activity, no danger, it's time to relax. That works because our brains evolved to track light changes in our environment, especially at dusk. In modern life, screens and artificial light confuse those natural cues. Shadow watching helps reset them. By paying quiet attention to dim light, you mimic what your brain expects when the world winds down. This can be helpful if your thoughts race at night. Shadow watch doesn't require silence or stillness, it's just a low-effort visual habit. That's grounding and passive. No screen, no thinking, just observation. You only need a few quiet minutes. It's not about escaping, it's about easing into stillness. Shadow watch gently lets your mind know the day is done. The nothing box trick: some people relax by thinking everything through. Others do it by thinking about absolutely nothing. That's the idea behind the nothing box trick. It's not a formal method or a research-backed tool, but it's surprisingly helpful for calming the mind at night. The concept is simple. Imagine a blank space in your mind where nothing happens. No sound, no movement, no decisions, just emptiness. Then mentally go there. At night, most minds feel crowded, buzzing with thought. The nothing box offers your brain a break, like handing your attention a soft seat and saying, just rest here. This trick works by gently steering your mind away from active thought. Instead of chasing one idea after another, you guide yourself into a blank mental space. Some imagine a black screen, others float in space, or sit in a quiet room. The key is simplicity: nothing to think about, nothing to react to. Unlike visualizations of nature scenes, which invite feelings or details, the nothing box is plain. On purpose, it helps your brain turn down its volume. With practice, your mind links that mental space with the act of shutting down. You might get distracted, but you can always return gently. Over time, the trick becomes a shortcut. Your body and brain start recognizing that stillness as a cue for sleep. No gadgets or apps are needed. Just close your eyes, go to your nothing space, and let your thoughts settle. For restless minds, the nothing box isn't about sleep itself. It's about giving your brain a moment with nothing to work on. Breath count, fade out. Falling asleep doesn't require stopping your thoughts. It just needs a simpler task for the brain. The breath count fade out is a mental trick using a countdown to settle your nerves and slow your mind. It's easy, and there's no pressure to control your breath or force calm. You begin by breathing naturally, no change in rhythm. As you exhale, you silently count down from 10, one number per breath. Each breath lowers the number. Your body relaxes more, and your focus narrows. The key is in letting go. If you lose your place, don't restart. The goal is for the count to drift and fade. That fading means the method is working. This trick gives your brain a soft, repetitive task. It blocks intrusive thoughts without being alerting. It matches how your brain slows as it nears sleep. The countdown isn't a goal, it's a gentle slide downward. Perfect for overthinkers. It removes pressure. Just count softly, fade gently, and let the rest happen on its own. The melting staircase. It starts with a shape in your mind. Not a scene, not a memory, just a staircase. The melting staircase is a sleep tool that uses imagined steps to ease your brain into stillness. Each mental step feels soft and slow, sinking slightly as you descend. This imagery mimics the brain's natural drop toward sleep. No need for clear visuals. What matters is the pattern, step by step, gently down. The stairs may spiral, fade into fog, or vanish underfoot. Some people add breathing, a phrase, or a count with each step. Others stay silent and just follow the fall. The stairs symbolize release, muscles loosen, thoughts blur, the body lets go. It's not about focus, but gentle redirection. The task is just engaging enough to quiet loops. Your brain stops solving problems and starts drifting. Most people never reach the bottom, and that's fine. The point isn't to finish. It's to begin letting go and letting the descent become the door into sleep. Sensory shutdown sequence. Most people try to sleep by thinking themselves there. The sensory shutdown sequence flips that. It starts by turning off the world. The logic is basic: active senses tell your brain to stay alert. So instead of waiting to feel tired, you manually power down one sense at a time. First, sight. Close your eyes and imagine the light dimming until only blackness remains. Then, sound. Picture the volume lowering like a slow fader on a control board. Next is touch. Mentally unplug from physical feelings, starting with your hands and feet, then moving inward. You can also turn off smell and taste, even if inactive. The point is to imagine each sense resting like tabs closing on a screen. This tells your brain it's safe, you're off duty. The method isn't instant sleep, it's about setting the stage. Each mental shutdown lowers alertness and moves you closer to rest. It's a reset for your senses, a cue that it's finally okay to stop. Thought labeling. Thoughts don't knock first. They barge in, interrupt, and loop. Thought labeling is a simple mental habit that helps you stop the spiral without a fight. The idea is this: each thought that appears, you tag it, like clouds passing. In the sky, a worry. Label it future. Regret. Tag it past. A random image. Just say random. You don't explore it, chase it, or push it away. You just name it and let it float on. This trick comes from mindfulness. It adds space between you and the thought. You're not resisting it, or indulging it, or observing it. That small distance matters. A labeled thought is less likely to pull you in. At night, this method is gold. Your brain loves to dig up forgotten stress, but instead of engaging, you tag them: noise, task, old memory. One by one, they drift off. It's not silence, it's detachment. You're practicing calm through non-reaction, and often that's enough. For sleep to begin, clock, hands drift. Lying in the dark can make time crawl. But there's a trick to flip that feeling: watching the slow drift of clock hands. The clock hands drift technique gives your mind a task that invites rest instead of forcing it. You don't stare at seconds ticking. You simply imagine the minute hand gliding slowly forward. The slower you follow it, the calmer your mind becomes. It's like a visual lullaby. This soft mental motion keeps you from falling into stress loops. No replays. No predictions, just quiet time passing. It's similar to meditation, but with your eyes or your mind and a drifting point. If you have a real clock, use it. If not, Picture one, a round face, a silent hand, moving notch to notch. There's no finish line, no rush, just gentle progress. This method is great when your body is tired, but your thoughts won't quit. It gives your brain something simple to track, one slow turn toward sleep. The Inner Librarian. Your brain holds more information than you're aware of. Ideas, stress, scattered thoughts, stacked up like a cluttered bookshelf. The Inner Librarian method helps sort that mental mess. Picture someone in your head whose job is to file everything neatly away. When thoughts rush in at night, it's usually because they're all yelling for your attention at once. This exercise doesn't fix the thoughts. It files them so you can rest. Begin by stepping back mentally. Imagine yourself or a calm figure in a large, quiet library. When a thought comes up, hand it over. Place it in the work section or label it deal with tomorrow or background noise. Don't argue with the thoughts, just sort and store. It might seem basic, but this act of assigning places gives your brain a sense of control. You're not pushing thoughts away, you're recognizing and shelving them. That often lowers the overwhelm. Some people like to visualize closing a drawer or sliding a book back. Others assign simple tags like not urgent or pause for now. The goal is to create symbolic structure. You're not erasing the chaos, you're organizing it just enough for sleep to settle in, without dragging all that clutter under the covers. The whisper game. Sometimes, when your head hits the pillow, your mind gets even louder. That's where the whisper game helps. It lowers your mental volume by mentally whispering your thoughts. Here's how to do it. Take whatever is running through your head, fears, tasks, random chatter, and imagine saying it in a whisper, not out loud, just in your mind. Keep turning the volume down until it's barely a breath. This quiet shift mimics how we naturally slow down at night. The lower your inner voice, the less power your thoughts have. It's not about what you're thinking, but how. For instance, if you're stressed about work, silently say, "I need to finish that task," in a whisper. It softens the urgency and sends a calming message to your body. Some people picture the words floating in darkness. Others repeat a phrase over and over, each time quieter until it fades. It's called a game because there's no pressure. You just keep softening the voice. If your mind stays active, gently lower the dial again. With practice, your brain will start to understand it's safe, it's quiet, it can let go now. Emotion dial down. Strong emotions often show up just when you're trying to sleep. That's when the emotion dial down method becomes useful. Instead of blocking feelings, imagine them like sound levels on a dial. Whether it's anxiety, irritation, or sadness, it's not a switch. It's a knob, and you can turn it down step by step. Start by naming what you feel, clearly and specifically. Not, "I feel bad, but I feel tense," or "I'm nervous." That alone gives you distance from the feeling. Then, imagine it as a number, say 8 out of 10. Now, slowly turn it to 7, then 6. You're not trying to erase it, just reduce the volume. Some visualize a physical knob, others mimic a turning motion with their hand. You can match each turn with a breath out. This works because it gives your brain something clear and gentle to do. It shifts your focus from emotion to process. You're not avoiding the feeling, you're showing your body that intensity can fade. And in doing so, you guide yourself toward rest. Thought aquarium. Your mind doesn't always know the difference between observing thoughts and diving into them. That's where the thought aquarium technique comes in. Instead of being inside your thoughts, you visualize them like fish in a tank swimming around while you watch. You aren't the fish, you're just the observer. This creates a tiny but powerful gap between you and the mental noise, which helps especially when thoughts are racing. To try it, close your eyes and picture your thoughts as shapes or symbols floating in a clear tank. One might look like a list, another like a memory loop. Some dart around, others hover. Don't stop them, just watch. No judgment or control, just soft focus. This taps into a process called cognitive diffusion. You're not fixing anything, you're seeing thoughts from the outside. The clearer the tank, the better. Imagine its glass edges, maybe the lighting, or tiny air bubbles. That detail helps ground your mind in the scene rather than the thoughts themselves. You're still thinking, but not getting pulled in. And that small shift often helps your system slow down. When your brain sees thoughts floating, instead of chasing them, your body begins to understand. There's nothing urgent now. You can relax. White room, fade in. It's tough to drift off when your brain won't stop replaying conversations, worries, or plans. That's where the white room fade in method helps. It's a calm mental exercise that clears your mind one image at a time. Start by picturing a white room, empty, soft lit, and silent. At first, it's just blank space. Then, slowly build it up. Add walls, then flooring, maybe a light or a piece of furniture. The key is to go slowly. You're giving your mind a light task, not so engaging it wakes you, but enough to block overthinking. It's like daydreaming with intention. As the room becomes more defined, your thoughts begin to slow. Focus on small details, how the light feels, if the air is still, what sounds might echo. There's no story or action, just calm space. This helps especially if intrusive thoughts keep crashing in. You're not fighting the noise, you're replacing it. The white room becomes a gentle mental reset. You're not silencing your mind by force, you're giving it something blank and quiet to settle into. A place with no chaos, just stillness, one detail at a time. Name drift. It's hard to fall asleep when your mind keeps talking. One thought leads to another, and soon you're thinking about your whole day again. Name drift is a simple trick to break this loop. It gives your mind something boring but steady to focus on your own name. Here's how to do it. Repeat your first name in your head. Say it silently again and again. It sounds too simple to work, but that's the point. The repetition pulls your focus away from busy thoughts. It brings your attention to something calm and familiar. After some time, you can start changing the sound of your name. Stretch the syllables. Imagine someone else saying it. After a while, it stops sounding like a name at all. This is called semantic satiation. When you repeat a word many times, the brain stops recognizing its meaning. It becomes just sound. And when that happens, the brain starts to quiet down. Your name turns into a soft rhythm. The rhythm fades, and soon there's silence. It's not meditation or hypnosis. It's like giving your brain a toy until it gets bored and powers off. This trick works well if your mind often gets stuck on stress about who you are, like pressure from work, social fears, or self-judgment. By focusing on your name, you're not running away from yourself. you're calming down the noise around your identity. It's quiet, it's easy, and it doesn't need any tools. Just close your eyes, repeat your name, let it turn into nonsense. When it loses meaning, so do the thoughts that come with it. A way to help is to focus on something simple outside your thoughts. That's the idea of the object zoom out technique. Start by imagining a small object like a cup, a doorknob, or a paperclip. See its shape, its edges, and its surface in your mind. Now, imagine zooming out slowly, like a camera in a movie. The object is on a desk. The desk is in a room. The room is in a quiet building. Each zoom out takes your mind further from your worries. You are giving your brain something calm to follow, not exciting, not emotional, just still. This helps stop the cycle of thoughts like what did I do today or what will happen tomorrow. The picture doesn't need to be perfect. It can get blurry or abstract shapes instead of real places. The goal is to relax into that feeling. This is not running from your thoughts, it's slowly outgrowing them. Frame by frame, your inner world becomes quiet. The puppet limbs trick. Sometimes your body feels restless in bed. The puppet limbs trick helps you let go. Let your arms and legs rest naturally. Now, imagine your right hand is held up by strings. Picture those strings being gently cut. As each one breaks, your hand feels heavier. Not numb, just relaxed. Then move to your elbow, your shoulder. Repeat the same with your left arm. Then, with your legs, cut the strings one by one. Let the limbs drop in your mind. Soon, your body feels like it's not being held up anymore. The goal is not to freeze it, to feel disconnected in a safe way. You're telling your body, we're done moving now. That switch from action to stillness is what sleep needs. That's when your brain stops noticing a body part because it's still. The less movement, the less attention your brain gives. Not because you forced it, because you gave control back to the deeper systems that know how to rest. Internal whisper conversation. You know the voice in your head. The one that talks all day, reminding you of things or replaying moments. It's called the internal whisper conversation. Here's how it works. You start talking to yourself in a gentle whisper, but only inside your mind. Talk in a slow, calm, soft tone, like a caring friend. Say simple things like you're okay, or it's time to rest. The key is to keep your mental voice soft and low, almost like whispering across a dark room. When your inner voice is gentle, your nervous system listens. Your body starts to relax. This is very helpful when your body feels tired, but your mind keeps going. Whispered thoughts are softer than normal ones. They give your brain something to focus on without waking it up. It becomes a slow rhythm, one whisper, then quiet. Another whisper, then stillness. It's like you're giving yourself the comfort you wish someone else could give. And slowly, that soft voice leads you into silence, not by force, but one quiet line at a time.